Good evening, welcome to Backcountry Simulations. Today we are flying the Quest Kodiak, which is a single-engine turboprop, unpressurized, specifically built for mission aviation. Very, very good backcountry airplane. We are currently flying in Alaska, and we are approaching Camp Point, which is in Homer, Alaska. It's 8 feet above sea level, about 1,100 foot strip, and we're going to go in here and see if we can put the Kodiak down on 1,100 feet. I've got my synthetic vision on because, as you see out the windows, we are in the clouds currently, so I'm hoping I break out of here pretty quick. Otherwise this is going to be a pretty short video, but I am currently using real-world weather, so whatever time it is now, 10 o'clock I think in the morning on the simulation. This is what the weather actually was in Homer, Alaska this morning, which is kind of a cool feature. Oh, it looks like we will get to break out a little bit. Let's see here. So we're currently coming down at 850 feet a minute. Increase that to 1,000 feet a minute here. We'll see if we can break out. This is not a real world scenario. If this was a real world scenario, I don't think we would be doing this. But my plan is, if I don't break out, I'm going to slow the airplane down as much as I can and try to do a U-turn over the top of the bay here. And I've got my terrain awareness on. Oh look, I did break out. Perfect. Anyways, terrain awareness. Red is within 1,000 feet of you, below you. Yellow is within 2,000 feet, and green means no factor, I think. So basically, I want to stay away from red. I can get away with flying over yellow, but that's really not safe. But this is a little strip we're landing on right down here. See, it's 1,100 feet. Good idea to do a little low pass like this to just see if we can catch a windsock. The other thing, I'm still flying on the autopilot right now. We're going to get the airplane slowed down and configured, and we're going to do a big U-turn on this bay right here, and kind of come around and then just make an approach. This is kind of a no-go around situation. Once you're short final, you're kind of committed. Whether you like it or not, you're kind of committed. So basically, once you're over the land, you need to have a plan. Let's go 500 feet. So if things aren't looking good, your approach isn't looking good, not stabilized, and the airplane all set up, then you need to be breaking off the approach while you're still over the bay. Otherwise, you're not going to have much of a go-around. Once you're committed, you're landing. Which I guess makes sense. If you're committed, you're committed. So, I'm going to turn this 90 degrees from me here, so that's going to be just about somewhere in there. Now, let's see, we're still coming down. I told it to come down to 500 feet, which honestly, that's probably too low over this bay, but... So we're in the white arc here on our speed tape. This white line means this is the maximum speed that it's safe to use your flaps. Maximum speed you can go, and we're well within that, so we're going to go ahead and put our first notch of flaps in. And that's going to get us slowing way down, so we're going to need to add a little bit of power just to maintain safe flying here. You see the airplane kind of yaw a little bit. This airplane does not have a yaw dampener, so you're kind of in charge of yaw stability. And I need to speed back up here. I think I got a little bit too slow. I'd like to be right around 72, 73 for an approach speed, and then I want to be 60, 64, 65 on final. So we're going to go ahead and break the autopilot off because we're cruising right around. I'm just going to have a nice coordinated turn here. We're going to do a nice coordinated turn 180 degrees. We're going to keep watching that airspeed just to make sure that we're not dipping too low. And we're kind of hovering right around 500 feet. I'm going to put a second notch of flaps in here. It's obviously going to affect the pitch of the airplane quite a bit. Slow us down. So I put that notch of flaps in and we slowed way down, so I had to add just a hair more power. You see the airstrip right out there in front of us. Not much of an airstrip there, it's pretty small. So we're going to get this airplane as slow as we can get it and see if we can get down and get it stopped on the gravel strip here. I think I said that already, it's gravel. 1,100 feet long. So basically, high right now. Basically, if I'm not feeling good with the approach here, then I'll break it off before we ever get and then over land. And I think I'm gonna have a bank right, just because that'll set me up for a second approach if I decide I don't like it. I'm a bit high right now. I'm a bit fast, so I'm going to take a little power out. We're going to pitch for airspeed. Get that glide slope corrected. So now I started to pitch back up now that I've kind of captured my glide slope here, and honestly I went through it. I flew a little too far, but alright, we're continuing the approach now. This is good. The airplane's nice and slow. 58's a bit slow for this airplane, but we're making it work here. Drop the power, flare. Get on the brakes. Look at that. 1,100 feet, not even a problem for the Kodiak. And that was with just a smidge of a tailwind too, so I guess the wind is fairly calm right at the moment. Let's go ahead and park the airplane, and then I'll pull up the replay, and you guys can see that from the outside. We'll see if we can get a good outside view here. So we're going to go ahead and... Oh, there we go. It's hard to see, but that's actually pulled. Alright, so let's go flight. And let's see if we can take a replay here. Yeah, this will be better. So this is the exterior of the Quest Kodiak. Big old bush wheel and this belly pod on there. And we're rocking the Mission Aviation Fellowship paint scheme. Let's see how this flare turns out here. Wow. As you can see, I took about, I don't know, about half that runway. So I think that all in all turned out to be a pretty good landing map. So we'll do a quick takeoff and we'll climb back out. And so what we'll do here is we'll go over to our flight computer. We're going to hit direct to and scroll back up here, and we're going to go back to Anchorage, pretending like we're picking somebody up or something. So PANC, that's the identifier for Ted Stevens, and then we're going to hit enter, and then we're going to activate that. So that's going to change our flight plan back to Anchorage, and as you see, everything is red right now. It means everything is dangerous, so we need to be paying attention. We've got a little bit of a grade downhill here, which will help with the takeoff. So let's get us back configured. Let's put our flaps back up to 10 degrees. Actually, you know what? We're going to go 20 degrees flaps on that. That's within the takeoff range of the Kodiak. And we're going to turn our bypass on because that should have been on when we landed. And I'm being a terrible pilot because I just should have turned on all my lights when we landed also. So, alright, let's get this baby up. Alright, so we're going to come up on the power here, hold the brakes, let off, and takeoff power set, engine instruments are green, airspeed's alive, and the airplane starts to hover, and we're just going to pick it right up off the ground. We're going to initially take that first notch of flaps out, just to get away from some of that extra drag. And we're going to pitch for kind of 80, 85, something like that. And over 85, we can go flaps up to 0. The airplane kind of settles into its cruise climb settings now. We're just going to go ahead and let her climb up there. Do kind of a low climb here. So now I'm going to set my heading bug back to straight, turn my autopilot on, get that heading going, and I forgot to set the altitude back up, so we're going to just dive on down here because, alright, well, that's why you pay attention when you're actually flying in real life. Alright, so let's try this again. We're going to turn our autopilot on. We're going to turn our vertical speed all the way back up because for some reason it's blanking out really low. And then we'll come back here. Let's set our altitude for 75. Alright, now we got this airplane back under control. Gee whiz, that was a horrible example of a takeoff. Alright. Well, we're going to climb back into the muck here. It's about probably half an hour, 40-minute flight back to Anchorage from here. But I think I'll cut that video short. Thanks for watching, stopping by, and like and subscribe. We'll keep posting some of these cool backcountry airstrips. I like to fly in Alaska a lot, and mostly fly around the Pacific Northwest, but as I run out of backcountry places to show you, maybe I'll expand into other parts of the world. But anyway, thanks for stopping by. See you later.